Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Omega HD, and I'm bringing you some GoldenEye gameplay. And it's not for no apparent reason. This is because I'm doing a little review. A little one. Many people who like GoldenEye will probably find this pretty bad in a sense, because I particularly find this game has a lot of flaws in it, and I'm gonna state them now. To start off, the game modes are very unoriginal. Of course, there's the classic conflict, team conflict, golden gun, which is technically original for the game, but it's nothing too special. It's basically all kill elimination games. You win the game by getting the most kills. That's it. And then the game modes which do incorporate a bit of teamwork, like what is it? What's it called? The one with the satellite and it destroys your building. It's a really odd concept for a game, because there's 5 areas and you have to hack them, and whilst you're hacking them you're basically useless. You can't do anything. You just sat there holding down the B button trying to defuse or plant or hack it to make the signal yours, and it's just you're almost half thinking, should I just be camping the whole time so that I don't get should I camp around the signal so that I don't get killed and get a lot of kills, or should I be just going after the signal so I get a ton of XP but I get a terrible kill death ratio and just generally don't have that much fun. There's people who came up with the concept for the game had an alright idea. It's just the fact that you become completely useless. If you were still able to use your gun whilst hacking the signal, then it'll be good, but you can't. So that's one of the biggest rants I have. The controls are absolutely horrendous. You don't get that much customization. With the CCP, you have to use the back triggers to shoot the main. You have to. I went through every option to find the front triggers and there isn't one, which is incredibly unfortunate. I have not tried the GameCube, but I assume it would be the same as the classic controller. And the Wii Remote settings are the most horrendous settings that I've ever played a game with. They're on par with Conduit 2, I think, because Conduit 2 is a really good game. It's just its controls let it down, and I think it could be similar to this in a sense, but this just doesn't have as much variety as Conduit 2. And I'm going to give you a quick clip as to why the controls in this game are terrible, and why the motion controls are even worse. As you can see, the game's pretty standard until you come to a corner and you have to turn, and when you come to a different level and you want to shoot an enemy, the game decides to drop your cursor down and then back up if you move back up. So the idea was, I think, for them, that you're not meant to fight people on stairs. I think that's what they were thinking. I think they were like, yeah, don't worry, you're never going to fight anyone on the stairs. That's just not going to happen. When in actual fact, these maps have so many levels that it's impossible not to come into an enemy on a staircase. Like right here, 2 enemies on the staircase. Was it? Or was it 1? Or am I lagging? Look, 2. Yeah, another one comes up the stairs. I shoot someone going up the stairs, and then I shoot someone who's coming back up. The game is absolutely crazy. The amount of levels, I hate that. I don't like the levels because it gives you a terrible idea for where everyone is, and for each level there's a different map, and it's incredibly confusing. And then when people shoot on the map, you don't have a clue where they are because of the different levels, and then there's triangles and there's dots, and the dots indicate that there's somebody on your level, and the triangles indicate that there's someone somewhere, but they're not willing to tell you. Keep it all on one level. If you take, I know this is probably one of the first, this is pretty much the original first-person shooter, but you don't have to stick that much to the original, because it's not a good game. The only reason I think many people would buy this game is for nostalgia, and since I never played the original, well, I did play the original GoldenEye, but I'd never owned it, I didn't really enjoy it, and it's not made for multiplayer as well. So many people are going to attack me for this. It's not made for online multiplayer, that's what I'm saying. This game is made for nostalgia reasons, to play split screen with friends. Hence the reason when they sold the game they did a marketing strategy where you got a CCP Gold, which meant you can play with more people, more friends, yada yada. I personally haven't played the split screen because I have no friends to play with, no. Actually, I got this like 2 days ago, so that would that would be a decent reason as to why I haven't. But it's not my generation. I don't like GoldenEye. I like James Bond. My name is Bond. James Bond. I can't do the James Bond accent. But yeah, I have a lot of issues with the game. The only way you can play it is with GameCube and CCP, it feels, because even with the Wii Remote, there is no way in which you can change settings to anything you want. I wanted the nunchuck to be reload, and you can't do it. You can't customize your own things. It gives you a set amount. It's not made for motion controls. It's just another terrible port, which the Wii seems to get. And the most hated thing for me, I think, I hate the most, is the motion blur when you try to reload. Like, it's stupid. You might see it at times. I'll try and point it out if I see it. But you will shoot someone and you'll be reloading, trying to get a bit more ammo because you haven't killed them, and then you just lose complete track of them because you can't see them because there's a motion blur on your screen. There may be an option to take this off. I haven't found one, but it's absolutely terrible. I don't like it because whenever I feel like a reload, I'm just like, oh, I'm dead. And the game also feels as though it's incredibly slow until you meet some action. Like, it can take you up to like 30 seconds to find an enemy, which is a long time in an FPS and in a free-for-all where there's 7 other competitors. Like, it will take me 30 seconds to find an enemy, and then once I find them, there'll be 2 other people there with them. And it's all over in an instant. I don't like it. The game feels very slow, but one thing I do like is the vaulting over objects. That seems to flow really well. I'd like to see that in Call of Duty. And then, of course, there is one more thing I really, really, really like about this game, and I can only show it by showing you a clip. And that will be coming up in a second, because I'm winding down time. Screw it, I'll do it now. The music on this level is most definitely the best bit about this game. I'm just going to leave it here for a bit, so you can listen to it. It's really quite nice. Until you've played this map about 20 times, and you decide you want to rip your ears off and listen to your iPod. All I have left to say is the game isn't all bad, but it could be better. I'm going to give it a rating of 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is a good score. And here's just a quick clip, a sniping clip, because everyone loves sniping. It's not that good, but it was fun to get. The most enjoyable experience about this game.